And just to be clear, as we go through this discussion, people, investors, their thought process is if I buy this percentage ownership of this content, I can then take that percentage ownership and sell it to someone else who cares in the future for more currency than what I purchased it for, right?
That is correct. Now, there's a lot of misinformation. A lot of people think that NFTs are Ethereum. It's not, right? So this is kind of one of the dangers, is that if you take an asset that theoretically started the bid at maybe $800, now it's 20 or 100x, right? There's no stop loss on NFTs, right? Ethereum, yeah, maybe you have a 50% correction. I mean, Bitcoin did it, right? It was at 19K, hit 4 3s, right? $3,000. You could have a stop loss at 17K, right? And this is why I tell investors, just, don't go all in, because all it takes is one of a crypto punks not selling, or Beeple having his next auction, and maybe he does 10 million, right? Instead of 69. But this might spook people, right? So it just takes one headline of a big artist that was selling before to trigger a lot of selling, right? And there is no, stop loss on NFT. So if you bought that, LeBron James dunk that started bidding at $800, now it's at 70 grand, there's no stop loss. You physically, or not physically, that's probably the wrong term, but you have to actually find a buyer that's interested in that piece, right? And that's willing to bid, right? So there's no broker kind of, in there with a stop loss. Well, if the LeBron dunk, goes under 50K, it's triggering, that sale. Doesn't happen, right? So this is something that investors that are used to dealing with stocks and crypto should know the risks and also the differences, if that makes sense.
Yeah, man, it makes perfect sense, because that's a very real aspect. I mean, it's in a way kind of like physical real estate, because you can't really put a stop loss, and it's very hard to sell a house quickly. You have to get a cash buyer, and even then it still takes days.
Maybe Redfin figures out a way of doing that. They automatically evict you and sell your.
It's coming. It's coming.